What's shaking, everybody? It's your man, Wasted Talent, coming to you with breaking news. Frank Okam, our defensive line coach, to probably a year to the day last year he was hired, was just fired today. There will be blood for this 6-11 season. Someone had to be the sacrificial lamb, and I guess Mick Ziegler took Frank Okam and threw him under the bus. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the players on the interior of the defensive line, almost to a man, all of these guys were brought in by David Ziegler and Josh McDaniels. They brought back Jonathan Hankins. They drafted Neil Farrell. They drafted Matthew Butler. Andrew Billings played pretty well this year. They brought in on a free agent deal, probably under the tutelage of Champ Kelly. They brought in Bilal Nichols, who was pretty pedestrian this season. They went out and got Jerry Tillery. They also didn't bring back Darius Philon, even though Darius Philon was injured and he probably wasn't ready to go physically. But to me, this is really telling, because it looks like there needs to be blood. There needed to be a sacrifice. And Frank Okam tends to be the guy. Now, Frank Okam actually came from the Carolina Panthers. He was a guy who coached under Matt Rule at Baylor. He also coached under Matt Rule with the Carolina Panthers, and they had a pretty damn good defensive line. So I don't think that Frank Okam just forgot to coach since he came to Las Vegas to coach with us. I really believe there's a mixture of personnel, and it's a mixture of fit and culture. And I just hope that this team is not going around and finding coordinators to throw under the bus, because to be quite honest with you, there needs to be a marketable improvement for the Raider fan base and for the owner to keep this regime around. Now, I've been very supportive with being patient with this regime, because I do not want the Raiders to become a dumpster fire. But if it starts becoming this gotcha thing where they're firing positional coaches and stuff for some of the follies of the front office and the coaching, the head coach, then I'm not going to be able to stand behind this. Now, to be quite honest with you, the Raiders have a guy on the staff that they can actually promote and or hire. You still have Rob Ryan on the staff, and you still have Matt Edwards. Now, Matt Edwards is the guy who was the coordinator for the edge rushers the last season. The edge rushers did excellent because Max Crosby is one of our edge rushers. Let's make no mistake about it. But never forget, it was Josh McDaniels and David Ziegler who decided to bring in Bilal Nichols. They decided to draft Neil Thick Frame Farrell. They decided to go out there and draft Matthew Butler. They decided to go out there and bring in Chandler Jones. So if the defensive line isn't doing well, then they need to go look in the mirror. And it better be better this season, because I'm telling you, they wanted blood today. If they don't play better, they will be blood with this fan base. So, guys, we got some breaking news here, a little change on the coaching staff. Let's see what that brings. Hopefully it brings positive dividends. But to be quite honest with you, kind of worries me a little bit, guys. Guys, if you like what you heard, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Raider Nation Unlimited, featuring Wasted Talent. Man, we are on a race to 10K, man. So, guys, great to see everybody, man. Tap in with me tomorrow. We're going to be going live, man. I will see y'all tomorrow.